Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Today I am in the windy city of Chicago, and I have with me
the windy city.
Mary Shuster-Callison. Mary, thank you so much for being on the car.
You're
gotta tell
welcome.
you, she took the parking spot that I was in, and she, I thought she was going to shoot someone right there, just because they honked.
Oh
just
my
because
gosh.
they honked at her.
That's right.
Yeah.
A mess of me.
Right.
Parking in Chicago.
The city is Chicago, the city that shoots you back.
Oh. Still, we're good now. We're safe right now.
We're safe. I know. We are. I have to say, you maybe have printed?
Probably. It's hidden, so it's printed. I don't care.
All right. Printing's not illegal in
Printing
Illinois?
is not illegal.
All
Don't
right.
believe. I think it's kind of a gray area here because our laws haven't changed a whole lot since they did concealed carry, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think that's probably a gray area. They probably would see it and might say something, or a cop might say something. It depends. But as far as I know, I didn't think it was. I'm going to check that. I didn't think it was illegal.
I may have been looking.
Well, but you're a gun guy, so
I am.
most of the people would be like, "What should I colostomy bag on?"
That's my answer.
Right?
That's what I say.
Somebody else says, "Do you need to change it?" Was that? Was one of your other ones?
Right.
It's not.
It's leaking.
It's my
it's
right.
Full and it's
right?
leaking.
No, it's my diabetes.
There we go.
Box. Nobody really knows.
Box.
Right, unless you're a gun person. Right, unless you're a gun person, you're not really looking for it. I mean, I'll look in certain people, but and it's hard as a woman sometimes to when you're hiding things. If your shirt's a little tighter, you're trying to do the best you can, but
right, which is why we have the fashion shows everywhere.
Yes, that was a lot of fun. That was. I got to do the. It was the Tactica Defense sweater. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely comfortable. Very, very comfortable. I mean, it was so soft. I wanted to stay in it, although then it got really hot in there. But I did that, and I did their belly band, and it's like a regular, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a Kydex holster that's already attached to the belly band. It would be molded to your gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so then,
that's
but
good.
it's canted on its side. So if you stick your hand in the pocket of the sweater and were to draw, it's already kind of at an angle. But my issue with it was I felt like my hand would get stuck to the sweater, trying to draw. So the easiest thing for me would probably just lift and draw.
Right.
So, but it really was. Plus, it was really expensive. But it was really a nice sweater. But
nice
they
sweater
had
until I put a hole in it.
Right,
they said,
right. You'd have to shoot through it or something. I don't know. By the time you fought with it, you'd shoot through it. But no,
funny.
That was really cool. They had who else did they have there? They had a bunch of Hiding Hilda.
Hilda was there. She helped sponsor it.
Yes, and then let's see who else. Dean Adams had. So Anna Taylor was there and did. Yes. So Holly Sullivan, another DC Project girl.
I interviewed Holly in Connecticut.
But yes, I love her. We are buddies when we get together. We have a good time.
Nice.
She did that, and she's so in love with Dean Adams, and the products are great, and they don't roll. So I think that's a great option for women. But I mean, they had a bunch of different stuff there. It was really cool. So it was nice to be able to take those options home. I gotta look on the computer, but it's nice to have those options. So when somebody asks me, hey Mary, what do you do? What do you wear? Actually, it spurred me to do a video or recording. I don't know what you call it, video anymore. A recording, I think 2 days later, showing what I did, my progression from the flashbang holster to finding a belly band, and then finding that it's not the right belly band, to the next belly band, the crossbreed holster, which has a Kydex holster with it, and then to Green Force tactical holster, which is one of my favorites, or the NSR holster, and both of them have Kydex molded to your gun, ulti-clip type of idea. So it was a nice progression. Hopefully it helps some women. I hope it gets shared out there.
Cool. We'll put a link in.
Yeah,
We'll put a link to it, definitely.
They need it.
All right, so We jumped right into this, which
I
is
know.
awesome. That's cool. That is totally cool. So we have Mary Shuster-Callison. You're from Illinois. Mm-hmm. You are a girl from Illinois. You have goats.
Yes, I do.
You asked me if my kids wanted to hang out with goats. My daughter's like, oh no.
Oh my gosh. Fine.
Goat?
Fine, daughter. Or what do you call her? The girl?
The
girl and the boy.
I love that everyone knows I call the girl and the boy.
They are like dogs, so
okay.
Please.
Noted.
No, they are fabulous. We have 15 now. We had 7 babies.
15 goats? Oh my gosh.
My husband, the officer, we're going to be goat ranchers. And I'm like, okay. Goat ranchers, sure. Means I'm going to be a goat rancher. And so we purchased 6 goats when we first moved out there. Okay. Wow. You know, we lived in the city. And we've always been out to the country. We lived in Wisconsin for a while, but we purchased 6 goats. He backs the trailer up to our garage area. We have like a machine shed. And we had it all set up.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, just back it in here and we'll let the goats out. I'm like, okay, because I don't know anything about goats, right?
Who let the goats out?
Literally is what happened. Every single one of them except the baby split. So I am chasing goats through the countryside. I had to tackle a goat, caught her, brought her back. I mean, it was the most insane, ridiculous thing. I'd be like, honey, get the gun, I'm done. Shoot it.
We can turn here. This is going to take us by the Shed Aquarium, it looks like.
Oh, it's beautiful over here. Yeah, this is the museum campus.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
And then we're going to hit Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, this is a cool part of Chicago. No, but if you got to come down here, go to the museum. It's beautiful.
It's cool stuff. The girl and the boy, we went to the Bean, had our pictures there.
Yes.
We had to go shoe shopping. So we hop on a plane, travel 1,000 miles
to pay more money here
to buy shoes.
Right.
My son went to go look
Amazon for that.
I know, right? My son's like, Dad, I want to go to the Van store to get some shorts. He comes out with a T-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a second.
And you pay I think our sales size would be 10% here.
My boy's got a job. He paid for that on his own. Boom.
Word to the boy. Good job.
Hey.
I tell my kids, I need a dirt bike. You better get a job and pay for it.
I do this with a girl. I do this with a girl all the time. I'm like, girl, you know what you need? You need a job.
You need a job.
Anyway.
Yes.
That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about you. I know we could.
I know. I can talk about everything. Don't hit the kid. Get on the street.
He's got a don't walk.
That's Chicago though. Stay.
Stay, boy. Stay, boy.
Yeah, so anyway, we have goats. So we have goats. They ran away, we got them, and now we raise them as babies, and they stay because they're trained on, we have electric fencing, like the little wires, and they stay. They're pretty good.
Okay.
But we've got 15 goats. We have 4 horses. We have, I think we're at 46. Yeah, I know, it's so much.
Wow.
It's a lot. And then we have, do you ride your horses? No, because 90% of the time I'm cleaning up after them. So, no, we're cool. We have one's a retired racehorse, which is awesome. It was Arlington, I can't remember the racetracks. And then I have 2 that were like therapy horses, and then a 4th one I bought. It was the only one that I bought. The other 2, they're all given to me. But the one I bought is one that we're like not riding, but she's like my dog. She's like a nosy, follow you around, crazy mare. I'll never have another mare again. I would stick with my geldings. But they're fun. They're a lot of fun. They're awesome animals. They're so intelligent. So horse people out there, they're amazing. But cool. And then we've got 46 chickens, I think, right now.
46 chickens?
We were down. We had a fox problem last year. So we were down, I think it took about 20 of them last year. So we had to raise some more. I went to an auction and bought more.
Oh my gosh.
So we're back up to 46. Yeah, but they produce breakfast, so you gotta have them. They're great. And then, nothing beats fresh eggs.
I did a gun class for somebody a few years ago, and they paid me and brought me a dozen fresh eggs, and they're like,
it's worth it.
They're like, you can just leave them on the counter for 2 months. I'm
literally,
like, really?
Yes. Seriously, and it would scare people.
Yeah, I freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, I think people are like, what? And I love it. So I run an antique vintage business too, and I refinish antique furniture. And so I have people that come out from the city and everything, come to the farm. And part of the draw is you can bring your kids. They can learn a little bit about, old dead people stuff or animals. And so some of them come out, and I had ladies get out of the car like they were waiting for banjos to play or something. I don't know. Do your kids go to school? I'm like, no, they don't go to school.
Hell, they don't even have teeth.
Right? Oh my goodness. It's really funny to see people's reactions. And then at the same time, we had another lady. They're like, can we crawl up in the corn crib? I'm like, for liability's sake, probably not. But take pictures away,
Right.
But no, it's interesting out there. I guess some city people are like, oh, that's why I made my post the other day. I live in, there's just poo everywhere.
There's poo everywhere.
Just everywhere. Chickens don't care.
Oh my
They don't
gosh.
care. Animals don't care.
They don't care. I know.
But we can shoot on our property, so that's
that's a little
the
bit
positive.
of free America right there. A little bit of free America.
Yeah. So we had Yehuda, the Pew Pew Jew.
The Pew Pew Jew.
So y'all need to be if you don't know him, fix yourself.
Yes.
Find his stuff because it's fabulous. But he came out and we arranged a shoot day so he can come out and shoot my buddy's 50 cal. And I think he was very excited about that.
That is cool. I think I saw the video of that.
Yes. It was very
cool.
loud. All the neighbors were like, "Oh, don't worry, it's probably Mary. It's probably Mary."
It's Mary being Mary.
It's Mary out there with the guns.
Shooting
She's crazy.
Very cool.
But I love living on the farm. It really was a saving grace. Like after my sister's attack, and since I stay home and do my own thing and my own boss, so nobody can tell me what to do.
Except the chickens and the goats and the horses. Except the chickens,
the goats, and the horses, because I'm a slave to them. But we put our house on the market because we thought, my sister would need to come and stay with us after. I mean, it was pretty bad. So she'd need to come live with somebody that was kind of home and family and so we put the house on the market like 3 weeks later, and we're like, okay, we need to find country. So we looked at 5 places, and I think this one was the last place we looked at, and it was home. I pull in the driveway and I'm like, it's home.
This is it.
We hadn't even looked at it. I'm hoping it was not like it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's beautiful.
Wow.
So classic nice farmhouse, American Foursquare. It's everything I wanted, except now in the winters it's brutal.
Right.
Old house has problems, but no. So she didn't have to come live with us. She actually, and I'll tell you, she faced the house that it all happened in, and they ended up moving in. Let's see, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 8 months later, I think.
Wow.
So
pretty
yeah. So for anyone that is not familiar with my sister's story, anybody, Chicagoland, everybody would know that. Everybody would know or have heard of it.
Okay.
But so August 29th, 2015, my sister was getting ready to leave the house. It was actually on my mom's birthday. And we were getting ready to meet at my grandmother's house, kind of a last hurrah / birthday party, because we're putting her house up on the market. And my sister was getting ready to leave, and a guy had pulled in the driveway and kind of, asked her for money. It's like, I need some money to get back to Indiana or whatever he was doing. She's like, I have nothing for you. Go, you need to leave. And she went in the house and I don't know, a couple minutes later, apparently, he pulled back in the driveway and came up to the door and knocked on the door looking for money and a phone. So she opened a window and told him no. And then 2 seconds later, it was like 2 kicks to the door or something like that. And he kicked in the door, and she had to fight for her life. So,
holy moly.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. It was, she was stabbed 17 times. She was beaten.
17 times.
Yeah, beaten to the point of her orbital socket blown out. And then she was sexually assaulted in the house. So it was one of those because what I do, and what I've been a 2A activist or, pro-gun activist since right after Newtown. Our 1 Million Moms Against Gun Control came out kind of as a troll group to 1 Million Moms for Gun Control.
Right.
And our founder, Heather Marchese, that's the name she came up with, and people don't understand. You don't have 1 million moms. Well, there's obviously a story.
They don't
behind
either.
it.
Let's face it.
No, they don't, and their rallies prove it. But so we came out as that. So from that 2013 on till right before her attack, it was kind of like you'd carry and you're like, all right, need a gun.
Right.
You talk about it.
Of the time.
Right, and I enjoy doing it. I love traveling for it. I love telling women you need to protect yourself, but not until that day and that time going, holy crap, this is real. I mean, this stuff happens.
Right.
Was I more passionate about women understanding you need to protect yourself. You have to. It is so important. The time it took for the police, for my sister to get out of the house, she did, by the grace of God. We have no idea how it all, she got out, ran to the neighbors, called the police, and by the time the police got down, cleared the scene, and the ambulance was able to come down the street, I mean, she could have bled out and died. So if you don't have the proper tool to protect yourself, they may not get to you in time.
Right.
And that's what women need to understand.
I tell people that the average response time is 14 minutes.
I think it was longer than that for hers.
Wow. Yeah. 14 minutes is listening to Stairway to Heaven twice.
Right. And that's long.
Yeah.
And in those moments, it's like an eternity. And so,
oh my gosh, I can't even fathom.
I get it. There's women that don't want to carry. There's women that aren't comfortable with it. They're scared. So, we try to take away the fear. I'm like, let me take you to the range. Let me show you. Let me, you handle it in a safe manner. And, once they shoot it, they're like, oh my gosh. I need one for every outfit. But, then they need some other way to do it. The problem is a gun is literally the equalizer. I mean, you could go, you're in different physiological makeup than I am, and you probably overpower, most women. So you have to have right. Not that you would, but as a man, as the male versus female differences, you need to have something that's going to equalize that. And
absolutely,
I truly believe the firearm for that is the answer. And then train. You can't just get it and then hey, I got a gun.
Right, I keep it in the drawer. You got
to train with it. So the opportunity kind of circle around to being able to be a part of the DC project and go talk to legislators in Washington and build these relationships with them and share these stories on a personal basis. It's really important to me. It's important for me to talk to as many people as possible because I've seen what true evil does to a person, and it is bad.
I'm going to ask a chump question.
Yeah.
How come your sister's not doing this?
She asked me that today. I said, we'll talk to Charlie and we'll get her into that. That's where I was at today. That's where I was at. We went out last night, so that's where we hang out a lot. She came with to NRA, and she's doing great. She's talking in high schools to people, to students and stuff. They're letting her in, and she shares that. She shares situational awareness, and and I think it gives some of these girls that may either in the future encounter something, or if something has happened to them, hopefully it gives them some
perspective.
And
a little bit of eye opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then if there's something happens, to come forward and don't be afraid. I think there's a lot of women that they've gone through some really traumatic events and they're really afraid to talk about it. And so when my sister does it, even as hard as it is, and as draining as it is, because I know telling her story, it's pretty draining. I've seen it.
Sure.
But the impact that it has on some of these people to, help them get through these situations. I mean, there's multiple fronts that this could help people on. So,
absolutely.
And having both of our stories, my perspective and then hers, me seeing what I saw in that ER. Like, I think I don't know who we were talking to, but, she said if I had to go in that ER the day, like when I walked in and saw her and they'd cleaned her up, if she wasn't alive, I don't know if I could actually identify her. Like, it was, I have never seen, and I watch a lot of ID channel stuff. I mean, and literally 2 weeks before the attack, we're sitting on the stairs at my parents' house and we were talking about, some stalkerish kind of guy, and I'm like, and we joke, we're really morbid, and I'm like, I really hope I never see you on the ID channel. And then her attack happens 2 weeks later. We were just talking about going gun shopping and training, and then like 2 weeks after her attack, I'm like, holy crap, do you remember when I told you I hope I don't see you on the ID channel? Because then you use humor to break things up,
Sure.
But it's just, if women saw what I saw, it would be quite the eye-opener. So I do carry pictures. It's about 3 to 4 days after. I really wish I had one from that day. Sure. But if women had seen it, I think they would be more likely to get training, whether it's non-weapon self-defense, weapons, whatever it is, they need something. They can't, I think the whole mentality of, it's never going to happen to me. I've got 3 personal cases, and one is my sister, and she's one of the 3 that actually survived it, and that's all stabbing issues. So y'all women need training.
Right. Well, what if we just had more knife control?
Oh, yeah. There'd be a lot of sandwiches that weren't made the right way or something. I don't know. Spoons.
Right.
I don't know. Anything could be a weapon. Anything could be a weapon. It just depends on the person.
Yeah, I say this in classes I teach. I say the mind is the weapon. Everything else is the tool.
Yeah.
I have this pen that I found. I teach band at a bunch of Catholic schools.
Awesome.
And I have this it's an aluminum pen, and it has the sharpest point I have ever seen. And I walked into school. I said, "Oh, this is dangerous for kids."
Right.
I'll take this.
Yes. Yes.
I put it in my laptop bag, and whenever I go on an airplane, I have it.
It's a pen.
Yeah, it's a pen.
It's a pen.
I have a tactical. I usually carry a tactical pen as well.
Okay.
But I have that. This other one is just a pen, and I don't think it writes anymore. But that doesn't really matter. I don't know if it wrote before. Right?
No, it's funny. So when at GRPC, I've got to remember the letters here. When Corinne Mosier and Amy Dillon were in, and they're traveling from out of state, and of course, Illinois isn't friendly to anybody. Any of my gun friends out of state, you can't carry here. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'll try to work with somebody to change it. I know our ISRAs try. I mean, they do great work, but so they come in and they're joking because they both have their tactical pens. So it wasn't like showcasing the guns they get to carry, and both are like fabulous gun people. Right. But they're like, here's our tactical pens. And it was like, ta-da!
I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna write my way out of the situation.
Right. Man, I'm so sorry you guys can't carry.
Crazy.
It is. It's really sad, and I know. I get a little frustrated, but I don't know. I do what I do. I talk to who I can, and make posts and bug the crap out of people. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So are you an instructor?
No. No, and I think I have to work up to that. It was more so the activist side of things, and then it's slowly learning, different guns and purposes, and I haven't even been hunting. So if anyone wants to take me hunting, I'd love to go hunting. My husband, he likes hunting, but not really because he's tired, so he just would nap in the field. So, and then that'd be me. Do I shoot that one? I don't know. Fishing, I love fishing. I'll go fishing anytime. I'll sit in a boat for hours. That I can do. Hunting, I don't know.
What I like about fishing is what I like about golfing, and that's smoking cigars. So.
It's pretty much smoking cigars and drinking a beer, and that's about it. You sit there for hours.
Right.
But no, that would be something that, and becoming an RSO, and I think taking those steps, little baby steps, and I'd like to take more tactical type classes. I guess more of those high stress situations, so that if anything does ever happen, you're prepared for it. It's not just shooting targets; it's actually doing things. They're going to give me the skill to
survive.
Yes, exactly. Move and thinking, and that was, I think it was, I took my mom to Myrtle Beach was that, a year after my sister's attack, and I was on the beach, and it was about 2 a.m. and I'm like one of those, I love like metal detecting and hunting and like shelling and all that, so I've got to get the shells first, right? So I get out there, it's like 2 a.m. and it's me, and I see people down at the other end of the beach. It's probably about a mile away, and I'm like, oh great, other shellers, this is great. And all of a sudden, they're moving at me very quickly, and I'm like,
those aren't shells.
And they're yelling, and I'm like, what is going on
With the
here?
shell.
They're swearing at me, telling me to get off the effing beach because they're beach patrol, and I'm looking, I'm going, where's my exit? I got a phone. I don't have my, and it's South Carolina, and I didn't have you can get a license from I think West Virginia for me to carry in South Carolina, which is it's just ridiculous. So I hadn't gotten it, and so I think I had 2 knives on me and my phone, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? Gotta think fast,
Right.
So I'm like making an exit one way, and I'm like, stay calm, So I think it's like those high stress situations where you're like, look for your exit. How do you de-escalate? Get out of the situation,
Absolutely.
And so classes like that, where it's going to put you in those, and it's a safe environment, yet you're learning how you're going to handle some, a stressful situation. But there's lots of things I need to do. But running a farm, running a business, running a household, and sometimes being mom it's a lot.
That's a lot.
and running our site and helping out. So it's a lot. I got a lot on my plate.
A lot. All right. Where do we turn around?
I don't even know.
We're going
to Wisconsin. We're going to Kenosha now.
Kenosha. We're going behind.
We're going there to Kenosha. Hey, yeah.
All right. So we're now in the north side of Chicago. We've passed everything.
Great beaches.
Great beaches right here on Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah. Some days don't go in the water. Apparently, it's high in E. coli or something. I don't know.
Well, that's encouraging. You're a DC Project gal.
Yes.
I've had. You're a DC Project gal. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
But we also want to talk about how you ended up on the cover of
the magazine. That was a lot of fun. So, Diana Muller. Oh yeah. So the DC Project. What happened was that we were at NRA last year, and Buell Collins. Thank you, buddy. He reps for Fiocchi, and he said, I need you to meet somebody. And so he introduced me to Diana Muller, and so we got talking, and she was able to meet my sister there, and so my sister was able to tell her story.
Yeah.
And Gabby Franco at the time, she was right there too, so we were telling them both, and Gabby's like, she's so freaking adorable. Yeah. And so she's like, oh my gosh, you need to come to DC with us. We have to go, and we got to talk to legislators and explain, it's literally one woman from each state, and it's kind of grown a little bit more. I call myself like the support person because we have our lady here, and Rhonda Ezell, and we've got Lori Blackwell, and so both of those I was able to join them, and so we get to share stories in DC. And my sister was not able to make it this year. I'm hoping this July she does get to go, but it was amazing. I don't know how you're going to turn around.
Where do we turn around?
Belmont.
To Belmont?
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
So this is how we drive to Boston.
You just go.
Ooh,
just go anywhere.
Let's cut over 3 lanes, put the blinker on, and cut someone off.
And do it.
Show them who's number 1.
Right. That gets thrown around here a lot, I think. But, we get to go, we get to talk with these legislators, and they, for the most part, the ones we talked to, whether they were not necessarily anti-gun, we're trying to be that nonpartisan where we can work with both sides and at least educate them on,
Sure.
We show them the female gun ownership because we literally are so, as Diana puts it, bastardized in the media. I mean, it's, these testosterone-laden males,
It's me. It's
you're an
middle-aged,
homosexual,
overweight white
right?
guy.
Right? And there are so many women.
All right. Is this road going to get us back?
Yeah, because you can go on here to Lakeshore Drive.
Okay,
I believe.
good. If I can get there.
You can, maybe people will let you in. Sometimes they're nice here, sometimes. But yeah, so, I mean, to be able to share all these, and we're all from different backgrounds. So, I mean, you've got moms, you've got sister, we have trans, we've got, we have everybody in this group. Mm-hmm. And so to show them there's these different females that are firearms owners, I think is phenomenal. I mean, it's really neat. And now we need to take it back to our state, when we come back to the state and do this at the state houses so that they see it as well. But it was really neat to talk with my own rep is a phenomenal pro-gun. He is,
cool.
he is...
I'll never forget what's his name.
Yeah, I'll never forget what's his name. No, mine is Congressman Adam Kinzinger.
Okay.
And he's fabulous. I was trying to remember. He is... he's in the Air Force, but he's like reserves as well. But he goes to Wisconsin. I'm not quite sure how that all. I'm not military, so I have no idea how that all works. So I apologize. But he was down flying over the border just a month ago or two, dealing with what's going on at the border. But that's a whole other issue. And then he was called back and all that. But he's very pro-gun. He took the time. We were able to meet with him, listen to our stories and let him know if there's anything we can do. If you need me to come down, I will, testify to whatever committee you need or, on the floor to have that opportunity. Great. But I know there's some other ladies, some of the other, senators and congressmen were not as receptive.
Wow.
We did have a few issues, but overall, it wasn't bad. I think it was. It was a positive experience for me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go again. Yeah, you just got to go.
We're gonna get hit.
You just got to go. They'll stop. Maybe.
It's a rental, and no, just my line usually is, I have the insurance, and I'm not afraid to use it.
You sound like Tawanda. What is it? Fried green tomatoes.
I'm a guy. I didn't watch that.
Face it, girls. I'm older and have better insurance.
There we go.
Anyway. But,
so you want to bring that back to Illinois, which is really cool.
Yes. So I know there's things that I can get involved with here. I was kind of slowly getting involved with the Will County Grassroots here, the ISRA Will County Grassroots, which was down south of me in Joliet. And I didn't have an opportunity to join in. Like we have iGold, Illinois Gun Holders Lobby Day, and they go to once a year. They go down there and they march and they're able to talk. Rhonda was there. So I haven't had a chance there with the kids. Sometimes it's a little difficult. It's a lot of maneuvering with me and my husband's job. But love to come back here. I'd love to get a little more involved on that side. I just have to talk to the right people on that. I think sometimes, you get busy. You're like, I don't know the right questions to ask to help you. But I want to help you. So like to do that. But being a part of that is what going to the DC project was what led to being able to be on the cover of Time magazine. And it was let's see, Diana Mueller sent me an email. It was like, send me a text, check your email. This is about Time magazine. And I was like, okay, and me, I'm like, I will drive anywhere. If it's an interview or whatever and I can share my sister's story, I'll go. Right? I came down here for you.
An hour and a half.
Right?
I did pay for her parking.
See, he did pay for my parking, so that's awesome. But no, so I drove down. She goes, it's in St. Louis. If you can go. And I'm like, okay, I'll put my kids on the bus and I will jump in the car. Mom, can you come and make sure they get off the bus?
Right.
I'll try to drive home really fast. So drove down to St. Louis, and it's only 4 hours for me. So that's nothing drive time. So drove down there. Got out. I was like, I don't know where I'm going. It was like in the place that they filmed it at. I don't remember the name. But it was kind of like an industrial park area in St. Louis. And for those of you that might know St. Louis, that can be a scary area too. And I got off in a not so nice neighborhood and jumped right back on the highway.
The only thing I know about St. Louis is the opening scene, or one of the early scenes from the original Vacation movie.
Oh yeah.
Where they drive down there. This guy's like, hey, for $5 for $10, I'll tell you where to go. He gives him a 20, puts in a lot of money, and says, go down and talk. Go about 3 blocks, and there's a guy sitting there hanging out. Ask him. I'm from Chicago. I don't know. And I'm not too scared driving in cities and stuff like that. But it was a little nerve wracking because I'm familiar more with here than I am down there, and their highways getting off and stuff they're a little goofy. So tricky. That's what I got off in the wrong spot and had to jump right back on because it was looking a little scary. But went down there, walked in, and they're like, well, you bring your gun.
And so I'm like, okay. And they're like, just bring it unloaded. Yes, yeah, I could carry there. Yeah. There's a lot of states that recognize Illinois. We just don't recognize them because we're mean. Our people are mean here. So, so I go down and, and I bring it in there, and they had a lot of police. And this was the pro-gun day. So it was all the pro-gun people. The day before was the anti-gun people. So, apparently there might have been a clash or some type of mob. I don't know what they were expecting. But so we went in, and it was just Wade, and, you can see a green screen. They had a little video going, and
can I get off
I think you can.
And hopefully beat some, because we saw a lot of traffic to where we are.
Good luck.
The water tower's not too far, is it?
No, and I think you have Cubs and Sox games here today. So that it's but I think they're tonight. I think that's a night game. So, but so went down. He checked my weapon. He's like, okay. And so I go into the area. They call me in, and JR is who did this. And check out his artwork. It is so cool. Yeah. So we were really worried about how Time and JR, how they're going to portray gun owners, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, how are they going to have me hold my gun? And it's like, you got Diana, and there's just great at holding their weapons right, doing things. Right. And I'm like, I've got my handgun with me, and I'm like, what's he gonna have me do? Please don't have me shooting somebody and don't have me in a position. Oh my God, he goes, okay. And he's French, by the way. So, you're understanding him, and, you need to put it, put your holster. And I carry a belly band type of idea. And I'm like, well, I carry conceal, and it's a little different than, just like an outer.
Outside the waistband.
Yes. And so he's like, well, can you hold it? And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna have me shoot. He's gonna have me portrayed as something really bad. And so I held it as, I put in like the sole position, like trying to just keep it in, safe, Mary, make sure you're,
Right.
And,
safe direction, finger
so
off
of course,
the trigger.
yes. And so afterwards, he does this, he's like, just move, like you're looking at a debate. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to have me shooting up a debate. And, and it was all centered, the whole thing was centered around the gun debate is what the whole thing was. And the way he did it, if you haven't seen it, you can go to gunsinamericaontime.com and it shows everything. It is really cool. It is really neat. So he did a great job.
Thanks.
Everybody looked, the way that he placed, because I was asked that, do you feel as a gun owner, one, you were represented fairly, and two, how do they portray you? And I said, I thought they portrayed us fairly. The way they did it and the way they had the guns was very safe. Pointed away, it wasn't pointed at people, it was very safe looking. So they did such a good job. So
the picture's really cool. If you haven't visited the website, you definitely need to check it out, because you can click on each person and hear an audio story.
And they sent my link, because I think mine was in the top 10, and they sent my link to me and had it on like their Twitter feed or whatever. So I had like a personal and I was like, sweet, right? So no, but it was a neat thing. And then they had the mural that went all over. So our faces were like on the side in New York on this big building. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. It was really cool.
That is cool.
It was a very different, like, your 15 minutes of fame, but it was pretty neat.
That's so cool. I honestly, I hate to say this, I didn't know anything about it, and I interviewed Holly Sullivan.
Oh yeah.
Just like
after it.
From when she took the picture to just before it came out. So she's like, I don't know if it's coming out. I don't know if I should bring it out.
Oh, got it. Bummer. So, yeah. There was a lot of us. There were a lot of DC Project people. It was great.
There were. It was great. I think this is really cool. I'm checking things off my bucket list. Amy Dillon was on the cover. I interviewed her. I interviewed Holly. I interviewed you now. And there's other people that were on the cover that went from riding shotgun. So.
Gina, let's see.
Yep, Gina.
Who else was on? I'm trying to think of who else.
Stephen Gutowski was on there.
Stephen was on there. Who else did we have?
Diana Muller was on there.
Yep.
There were a lot of people. There were a lot of people I didn't know. A lot of guys that are just, I don't want to say just hunters, but
right. No, but that was it. But that's important too.
Oh yeah.
Because the hunting portion, a lot of those gun laws could very well affect the future of hunting.
Oh my gosh.
So
absolutely.
to have all these groups represented, activists, competitive, shooters to hunters. It was really important and done really well.
Absolutely.
Yes, and
oh my God, this is the water tower.
Yeah, water tower place.
All right, we got to double park and get a picture in front of it somehow.
Neat place.
How can we do this?
No stopping, standing, or tow zone. Not that it stopped people.
Perfect. Represent or perish. Great.
Right? Good luck.
I don't know if he's representing or perishing.
I don't know. Something that gets scary. There's a lot of that down here.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy.
Back in my youth, I came down here and played in the streets with some buddies of mine.
Did.
And Channel 5 came by and videotaped us, and then we went back into the hometown, and we were standing in line to go to the bathroom.
They're like, I saw you on TV.
No, they played it on TV while we were standing in line.
That's me.
Right, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
All right, we're not going to be able to get back there.
No, it's tough here. So your music isn't your background is in music, right?
Yes.
You did a lot of music. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, music's it's fun.
Yes. That's why I'm glad I'm on the farm, because there is a lot of dancing and singing that happens, and the animals they just look at me. They don't make fun of me. That's great.
They don't say anything.
They don't say a word. Nope. I terrorize them with my horses. 80s. It becomes like 80s. Like I have a Percheron, and he has like epic 80s hair. I have a picture on my Instagram. So I put a bandana, right? And he's looking. The look he's giving me is like, oh my gosh, what the hell am I getting myself into? Oh, it's fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of fun. But what got you into music? Why?
Oh my gosh. What got me into music? Yeah. The cover of Love Gun. What are you laughing about?
I don't know what that is.
Get out.
Is that before my time?
The cover of the Kiss album, Love Gun?
I wasn't really into Kiss. My mom's friends do. They dress up as Kiss. They're
nice.
They're what are they called? Knights of the shoot. I don't remember now. Knights of the Underground.
Night.
They do but they dress up. They do it. And they're fabulous. They're awesome musicians.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
What got me into music was I sucked at baseball and sports.
I didn't.
I looked at the album cover for Love Gun, and it's these four guys all done up in makeup.
Okay.
They look awesome.
Yes.
And then there's
So you want to be a Kiss guy? You want to wear makeup?
Yeah. I did not say that. You didn't let me finish. And then there's all these scantily clad women at their feet, and I'm like, that's men in makeup with scantily clad women. I'm 7 years old. I'm like, this is what I want to do.
Seriously? That's my 7-year-old is like, I'm gonna be a rock star scientist. I'm like, you better stock up on ramen noodle.
Good luck with that, bro.
Right? Ramen noodle, and you're not living in my basement.
Let's see, name one rock star scientist. Bill Nye? Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not so
living their best life.
Rock on.
Right?
Yeah. So I tell everyone I was the fat kid that played the trombone. They don't get to be rock stars.
Oh my gosh.
No. So
my 11-year-old plays the trombone because my husband plays the trombone. So my poor child. Somebody get him a guitar.
So this is a true story, and I haven't shared it here before.
Oh no. Bring it out.
I used to play at this.
With Mary.
Yeah, I know, right? Now today, Truth Time with Mary.
Real talk.
I played in a Motown disco funk band for 10 years.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Hey, back in my youth, I opened
play that funky music, white boy.
Right. But back in my youth, I opened up for Dolly Parton in Pigeon Forge.
No way!
I opened for Ray Charles in Boston.
Okay, that's cool.
Played with Meatloaf at his daughter's wedding.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of rock star-ish.
Yeah, it is. It is.
In a roundabout way.
It's
not Kiss, but
No. So
that's awesome, though.
It is cool.
Oh, that's
Thank
cool.
you. So fast forward a bunch of years.
Yes.
I spent 10 years playing in a Motown disco funk band. We played 4 nights a week, and the place that we played at was a total meat market. Like, people would go. I mean, it's a chain restaurant, and people would go.
Oh, like a legit meat market.
No. Not like it's like Rocky in the background punching steaks. No. It was a place where people would go and have too much to drink.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, the big deal is people would come in for their 21st birthday and get completely
wasted,
annihilated.
right?
And then people would come in for the bachelorette parties. So, and it's a chain. They're all over the country.
Okay.
So we played there 4 nights a week.
Oh, wow.
Fast forward, like my rock and roll lifestyle was winding down. I'm married. I've got kids, and
it's not that Motley Crue movie, that's for sure. Huh?
It was not. As much as I wanted it was not. But anyway, so I'm sitting with some teachers in the cafeteria, and I'm complaining that I had a gig that week. And I'm like, I gotta work, blah, blah, blah. And they said, so what do you do? And I said, I play in a band. They're like, oh, that's pretty fun. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. They're like, what's the name of the band? And I named the band. They're like, I don't know. And I said, I'm playing at this place. This one girl's like, oh, I used to go there all the time.
Oh, no.
this is where it gets bad.
Oh, no.
And I said, she said, what's the name of the band? I told her. She's like, I don't know if I ever saw, I don't know if I ever saw you play. And I said, well, did you ever see a trombone player play his trombone between a girl's legs?
Was it hers?
And she,
oh no,
probably.
Oh my gosh.
And she says, yeah. I said, that was me.
Oh my gosh.
That was what I did. I know.
You rock star, you. Rock on.
I don't know if I've ever told my kids that.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Kids. Dad's a real rock star.
Stay in band.
Stay in band. I played the clarinet. Oh, I still see it in the what? No. I did that in the piano. I love singing though. I miss high school choir.
Really?
Because I went to a private school up and through my junior year.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hell no more of this place. But that was the best. We would go and travel for competition, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
So we did. It was more. I mean, I'll go from I'll go from show tunes to gospel to, I don't know, ghetto rap, I guess, for me down here.
Ghetto rap. On the clarinet. That's
not
really
on the clarinet, that's
badass.
for sure, right? I don't know. That instrument. Between that and the flute.
Right. All right, we are almost where we need to be, which is awesome. This has been great. Time flies so fast. And it's great that you took the time to come all the way downtown Chicago to do this for a complete stranger.
You need like a theme song. You're like that. What's that song? Get out of my dreams, get in the backseat, baby.
And in my car. Billy Ocean, I believe that is.
There you go. Yes, something like that. There's one of those songs as a kid, you sing it, and then you get older, and you're like, oh my gosh, these songs. Oh my gosh.
So one of the songs, I used to love Oingo Boingo.
Okay.
And my first semester in college, they were playing at a club right near Fenway Park, and I went to go see them. I'm like, I'm not drinking. I'm like,
don't get drunk.
Right. Like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to go see Oingo Boingo. One of their songs is, I like little girls, they make
Oh my
me...
gosh.
Right? Like,
oh my gosh.
Wait a second, that's not good. I like little girls, they make me feel so...
Theme song for pedophiles.
Yeah, it's not strange or anything.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Although now it's like, so you go to college, and I went to college down here for a year, and I played softball at UIC, and and you're real cool and hip, these songs you sing, and then you get a little older and you have kids, and you play these songs, and you're in the car and you're going, change the station.
Right.
You can't sing this song. You can't hear this song. Oh my gosh.
Right. I discovered
Can't
a lot
go
of that.
from nice country mom to ghetto mom.
Oh my. This is awesome. All right, how can people find you and your stuff?
Oh my goodness, I'm all over social media. No,
Awesome.
You can go to 1 Million Moms Against Gun Control.
1 Million Moms
on
Against
Facebook.
Gun Control. Okay.
Or it's 1mmagc.org. And we are revamping our website right now. So it's bare bones at the moment, but we'll be fixing some stuff. Otherwise, I'm at Twitter at Koopac7, KOOPAC7. Or you can do 1mmagc. Let's see, where else? Instagram is just my personal account, or my Facebook account, and I do have a public page.
Do you guys have your own, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you guys have your own DC Project page?
The DC Project is pro3gunner.com, I believe. And that is Diana Muller's page. Okay. So she has links to it. Go on there because we have an absolute awesome team match coming up. It'll be at Reveille Peak Ranch in Burnett, Texas. I think it's June 7th through the 9th. I have to double check that. Sorry, I got a lot of dates in my head. But her page will have that. It'll have DC Project info, anything, any updates that are coming up, fundraisers, anything, all of that good stuff.
DC Project stuff, you guys are all self-funded. It's not like there's a lot of people do donations.
Literally, it's grassroots. I mean, we all fund our own trips. The fundraisers, if we can, we try to generate it to offset some costs for lodging, because DC is not the cheapest.
Not cheap.
Thanks AOC. We can't. Anyway.
So this is my take on AOC. She completely, she is all in for socialism in that she went, she got this gig in Congress and didn't have anywhere to live, so she set up a GoFundMe, and everyone else paid for her stuff to live down there. I'm like,
this doesn't make any. This is not how this works.
It's not how it works. but she's completely on board. She's all in.
I know.
She's all
Someone
in.
needs to send her to the socialist country so she can live there for a while and then maybe
Venezuela.
come back, right? I mean, they're having a great time around there now.
Right, with the the tanks rolling over everybody.
Really, really patriotic stuff going on down there. So I'm really sorry. That's. Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of wishing they had the Second Amendment.
Right?
Anyway,
yeah.
So DC project stuff.
Yes, pro3gunner.com. There is not a Facebook or other social media, I don't think, set up yet.
Okay.
If there is, it will be updated, I'm sure, on Diana's page. That's
awesome.
the easiest to find her on that, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me in the car. This was great. This was a lot of fun. We're going to get a couple selfies in the car.
Yes. This is the cool district, but I don't know if y'all see it, but it's our
I've got
theater
a camera
district.
up here. It's Chicago Theater's here.
Yes.
I came here in 1988 to see Miles Davis.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that is cool.
And the
you know what I love big band music.
Yeah.
And I would have loved like Ella Fitzgerald. I would have absolutely loved to meet and hear these people like in person.
Oh my,
like, that
absolutely.
would have been the neatest.
My hands down favorite musician is Louis Armstrong.
Oh. To see those, oh man, yeah. The talent those people have, it's amazing.
It really is.
Amazing. I love it.
It really is. Anyway, so check out Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Check out the DC Project. We'll include links for all that. You need to check out the Self-Defense Radio Network, sdrn.us. It's all of your pro-freedom podcasts in the same place. Please like and subscribe to Riding Shotgun with Charlie on all the social media outlets. You can check Riding Shotgun with Charlie videos on YouTube. You can watch them on YouTube. You can listen on iTunes. You can listen on Spotify, and you can listen on iHeartRadio. Everywhere. And we will see you guys next time. We're going to do some illegal parking.
Yes.
Maybe,
it's Chicago. It's okay.
Maybe we can shoot somebody.
Don't hit my car.
Oh, she's looking at your car right now.
Nuggets.
All right, we got to go. Hasta luego.
Cops are here.
I know.
Parking meters.
Party is over.
Ah!
We'll see you guys next time.